Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today for another card making video. We're going to use one of the annual catalogue sets today for a winter card. So we're going to feature the Sparkling Snowflakes set. There's a few different sets with snowflakes in that are available at the moment. So depending on how long you've been a customer with Stampin' Up, you might have some other ones, but this one's been in the annual catalogue for a couple of years. We've also got Snowy Wonder, we've got the One of a Kind set, plus various others. There's some snowflakes, I think, in the Iconic Imagery set, which is an online exclusive. So they're there and thereabouts across the Stampin' Up product range. So do have a little look through, see what you want. Just search for snowflakes in on the store, and then you can see some different options, but I thought we'd use this one. This one has sentiments with it as well, so that means that we can basically create our card just with this stamp set alone. But I did bring in a die for the sentiments, okay, and a little bit of ribbon. The die I've used is actually from the Stylish Shapes. It's a really nice essential, in my opinion, set to get you started. So if you're only just embarking on papercraft and card making, this is a great set with some nice basic shapes for sentiments and focus points and stuff like that. So great set to have. So I've just used the one of those banners there for the sentiments. Okay, so really nice and easy technique as well, because we're going to do just a teensy bit of masking so that we get this nice clean look, and which is a one layer card pretty much, apart from just adding on the sentiment. But there's no dimensionals, it's all just glued flat, this one. Okay, so they're really nice and easy. I haven't stamped on the inside of this one, but we'll do some on that on the sample that we're going to make. So I kept this one very traditional with the frosty blues. So this is a combo of Pool Party, Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana, and then the accent colours are in Night of Navy. Okay, so we're going to go off piste and do some pink snowflakes, because you can. Obviously you can do whatever you want. So what I've done is I've cut down my cardstock already. This is a 3.5 by 5 1/4 layer, so that gives us lots of space to create our nice layers with for our base card. And I've just used some tape, and that is flush with the top, and then I've used a post-it note just to cover up the bottom there, because I want to make sure that this all stays clean. Okay, so we've got this portion here that's exposed for our stamping. So I've just taped that down onto some grid paper. I've got some scrap grid paper here as well, because we're going to do some stamping off. So say we're going to do some pinks. I'm going to start with Bubble Bath. Okay, and we're going to do a bit of a background with the solid images that we have. So there's 3 sizes. I'm using the smallest and the medium one. Okay, but obviously, you know, just use what you want to use. So we're going to use the larger one on our Bubble Bath ink. I'm going to take off that first layer of ink, and then I'm going to pop that onto the cardstock. Okay, so it's going to be really nice and pale, and that's fine, because we want the detail to shine through from the other images. Okay, and I do find that with the photopolymer in particular, if you do this technique, you kind of get like this kind of darker little outline, and it's really faint in the middle. Depending on how you've stamped it off, you get this really nice effect. Okay, so I think 3 is enough. 3 is usually the magic number with these things, so we'll go with that. Right, we're going to switch that out now for Pretty in Pink, one of the in colours. And we're going to use the smaller solid image, and again we'll ink it up and we'll stamp it off once onto some scrap paper, and we'll pop in some of those as well. So that's going to be just a teensy bit darker, add some texture, and I don't really mind if there's some white bits and they're going to be overlapping, so there's some bits of white on there and it's all overlapping, and it's really super subtle, but it looks really nice in real life. I hope that comes through okay on the camera. It looks really, really nice. Okay, so I'm going to put Pretty in Pink to one side for the moment. Just wipe that ink off. Okay, now we want to use the detailed stamps. So again, the medium and the small detail stamps here. Okay, that we're going to use the darker colours. Okay, so my biggest image I did with the bubble bath. So hang on, right, so the Pretty in Pink I did with the small one, so I want to use Pretty in Pink with the big one this time, just to sort of mix it up. And this time we're going full strength, we're going to go straight on top. And again, usually 3 is the magic number, whether that's part stamping or the whole lot. Yeah, that looks okay. And again, if there's little bits of white showing, I don't mind that either. So this is where we're going to bring in our third colour, which is actually Petunia Pop. Again, another one of the in colours. And then we'll use the small image, small detailed image. And this is going to provide a really stark contrast to the rest of it, which is going to be quite soft and subtle. So just want to go different directions with this, but again, I don't want to fill in the whole space, just want those accents. Lovely. Okay, let's get that ink off there, make sure it's clean, and we can pop that away. Now what we have is our stamp panel, and it's white with our stamping on, but there is some bits of ink which I don't know whether you can see are actually still wet on the edge of the tape there and on the paper, so particularly on the tape though. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to use one of our blending brushes. Now the trick is which one to use really, because I don't want to have too darker colour on this. So I'm going to use my darker brush, but I'm going to take off as much of that residual ink that has been left over from last time off. There we go, that'll do. And I'm just going to go and basically over the edge of this, bringing in some of that residual ink, just a little bit, just following that line across. I'm not going deep into the middle, just over that edge. Okay, and that will give you that defined line when we peel it back, and then that's the magic bit. So peel it back and we get our lovely line of ink. And if you peel it back on itself, it's less likely to peel. It's not 100%, but it's less likely to do it if you peel it back on itself like that. Okay, cool. Let's pop those to one side, and we've got this beautiful image. I think that looks ace. Ace. Right, okay, so let's layer this up. So we'll just grab our stamp and seal, use whatever glue you like. Everyone's got a different preference, so whichever yours is, you grab yours and do that. And now I'm going to bring in my sentiment, and my contrast colour are going to be Blackberry Bliss, because, you know, any excuse to use Blackberry Bliss, I'm going to take it. And we'll line that up like so. Okay. And then we're going to bring in this lovely iridescent striped ribbon, which is the same one I used on the sample. And we're going to cut off enough to make sure that we can wrap it round the back. There's no bows or knots or anything, we just want to secure it on. So I'm just going to use some sticky tape for that, because no one will see it, and it will stay put roughly about there. sure it's straight across the middle, because that stripe will of course give you away if it's not straight. You'll be able to tell. So there's swings and roundabouts to that, in that it gives you a guide as to where it needs to go, but also it can tell tales on you. Okay, so yep, that looks lovely. There we go, nice. And then we can use our seal again, just to pop this onto our card base. So I've chosen Pretty in Pink for the card base. It's just bringing in these accent colours. Doesn't this look gorgeous? Bit of fluff there. So just make sure it's lined up on these 3 sides first, and then hopefully the rest takes care of itself, like so. Look pretty, doesn't it? Just pretty. I'll just make sure that that's nice and scored. Super pretty. Okay, and then we just need to stamp our sentiment. So just going to pull out a scrap that I've got hanging about. This will do. We'll tear that off. As I say, it's Blackberry Bliss that we're going to use for this lovely winter greetings, I think it says. Does it say? Yeah, winter greetings. Which is nice as well, because this is a great card to give to someone who doesn't celebrate Christmas. So I know, you know, I do it with colleagues that I work with, that, you know, we don't want them, I don't want to not give anybody anything, so it's a really nice alternative to a Christmas card. If you have colleagues that don't, or friends that don't celebrate that particular season or that festival. So we can line up our die right over the top, and it's just the right height to fit those descending and ascending accents on those letters. So we'll just pop that in, just a smidge of tape just to hold it in place while we run it through the die cut machine. Okay, which I can just do just off camera here. Excuse me. Isn't that beautiful? And then we can pop that over the top of here. Okay, now because we're doing going over the top of ribbon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some seal, which will act as a quick grab, but I'm also going to use a little bit of glue over the top, which will seep through and make that bond really nice and tight, really nice and secure. Okay, so we'll just press that in, and again, that little that notch in the banner there, if you line it up with one of those stripes on the ribbon, that's going to look perfectly nice and straight for you. And then on the inside, we can use our, let's use some clean scrap paper just in case. Let's do the inside. We could stick a panel in, actually. We could stick a panel in. Let's use the same 3.5 by 5.25, and we'll use our Petunia Pop and Pretty in Pink like we did on the front. And instead of, so the little one was Petunia Pink Pop, so we'll do the big one in Petunia Pop, just to mix it up a little bit. And again, let's put one in the top corner as well. Yeah, let's do that. And then Pretty in Pink that we can do. You could put a bit of ink blending on there as well to make it feel a bit matchy with the front, but I think it looks nice as it is. And it just ties the inside with the outside, and when it's a simple card like this, it's quite nice to have that extra detail. but I'm not going to worry about layering it up. I'm just going to go with it. And there's still plenty of space to write a message of your choosing. Let's see if we can get that straight though. More or less. Not quite, but it's okay. Okay, so that's how you can decorate the inside. There we go. 2 quick and easy cards with sparkling snowflakes and a bit of masking. Okay, just to make something that's really, really cute, that isn't necessarily Christmas, ready for the winter. Okay, so there's 2 colour options for you, and of course you can do lots of different ones, mix and match it. You don't need to do tone on tone, you can do it all sorts of colours you like. I hope that's been enjoyable and given you some ideas. Thank you so much for joining me today. Do stay safe, take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.